We could be so much more.
There's an incredible amount of available information on squats. If you're stepping into a gym and you ask 5 different trainers to give you specifics on how to properly execute squats, you will most likely get 5 slightly different answers. Hence the confusion and why I believe many people still don't squat properly. We all move differently and we're all different. So this video offers you the best top 3 tips for you to keep in mind every time you go into the gym to squat. Tip number 1. Find the right feet placement. We all aim to squat as low as possible, pain-free. But the second we go past that 90-degree angle, things start to arch and bend, heels lift off the ground, and the only thing we can focus on is trying to get back up. Thing is, you can't really build amazing legs and an overall great level of body strength and posture by having a poor squat form. It all starts with foot placement. Some people can squat low with a narrow stance. Others can only do it with a very wide stance. Most of us are somewhere in between very narrow and very wide. Move your feet around a few centimeters at a time. Do some light reps on different stances and see which one allows you to go super low while having a straight back without feeling tempted to reach forward. That's your main cue for this. You know you have the right stance when you're no longer tempted to go forward each time you lower yourself on the squat, and instead you will focus on going down. Tip number 2. Look slightly up each time you push in a squat. This cue helps you keep a straight back from the top down. It's way easier to drive your body in a correct position where you have minimal tension, where there's no heavy load on your back. The neck acts like a driver in the upward movement. So if you look down, you're gonna be tempted to reach forward in order to maintain a straight back. You might not even realize doing this. So instead of thinking, I need to keep a straight back, sometimes the message, I need to look slightly up, gets more easily translated by the body. Same thing goes for looking straight into the mirror. You can do it, I sure do it, but I only use the descending part of the squat to check with myself in the mirror. Once I'm at the bottom, my eyes shoot up, and that drives a nice, correct execution. Tip number 3. Use a Smith machine instead of free barbell to improve your squatting execution. Sometimes we overestimate what free weights can do. Sometimes we underestimate. When it comes to improving the way your body moves in a squat and using every muscle in your thighs and hips, the Smith machine can be incredibly beneficial. The Smith is not just for benching heavy or doing some cool Instagram half-assed good mornings that don't really do much. The Smith is a great tool to use when doing squats because it takes out much of the balancing your core area would have to work for. You can focus on squeezing those glutes from the bottom all the way up to the top instead of thinking of staying balanced. Free barbell squats have their place, but they're not universal. They don't apply to everybody, and they don't apply every time. So give these a try, and let me know if you have any other tips you've been using to perfect your squatting. Thanks for watching. Gourmeta says you should subscribe, so click that button.